Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we've got bigger discounts. Tesla has increased discounts of the Tesla Model Y even more, now at a new high level of $10,000 off, specifically a Model Y Performance. So really the best deal at the moment in terms of discounts is going to be a Model Y Performance. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best here in Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And if you got a question, you want to send me a message, you can do that at my Patreon link down below in the description. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan for as low as $15 a month, but more on that later. Great timing with this because yesterday we thought something big was going to be happening in the Tesla space. And here we go. $10,000 off of a brand new Tesla Model Y demo. Of course, this is stacking a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, where you can save up to $1,000 off. If you stack that on top of this one, which is a Model Y Performance, all-wheel drive, which has a $9,510 discounts, you will get a nice $10,000 off of a brand new Tesla Model Y Performance demo. And on top of that, this is a pretty sick build as well. It's a black exterior with a white interior. I mean, this is like one of my dream builds. I would love to go with something like this, but unfortunately the new Model Y Juniper did not have a black exterior when we went with the launch series. So certainly crazy deals are here, and this is just the beginning, because I imagine there's going to be more demo vehicles that are going to be dropped for Model 3 and Model Y as we get to the end of this month. And if you're looking for a fantastic platform to find discounts, definitely check out Tesla Price Tracker down below in the description, where you can set up alerts for price drops in your area, or even just check out our deal spreadsheet down below in the description as well, where you can see some of the biggest discounts that are out there: $8,000 off long ranges, $7,000 off real wheel drives, and performances $8,000 to $9,000 off. And the cool thing with this is it seems like Tesla has also increased the price of, it's increased the discounts on some of the Model 3 performances as well. So if you're looking to lock in like a nice discount of a Model 3 Performance plus the 0% offer that is happening right now, you might want to hurry up and get one ASAP, because this was not here the other day and now they are back. You can see plenty of Model 3 Performances at $4,500 off. And the beauty with this is that if you stack it with a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, that's basically $5,000 off of a Model 3 Performance, and it stacks on top of the 0% financing that actually does end by the end of this month. So you have to take delivery of your Model 3 by the end of this month. It's not necessarily locking in with any sort of thing like that, but you never know. Maybe Tesla will extend that. So if you take delivery in April, you might be able to take, but I don't know if I would risk that. So if you're looking to lock in this 0%, I would tell you, when Tesla does these things where they release like a 0% type of financing and they say it's going to be ending, they truly mean it will end, and you might not be able to see it for a next few months, give or take. And so if you think like if the deal might get better, it might, but that might be like a June timeframe, September, or even December timeframe. And so 0% is the best deal that you can get, especially if you're someone that's going to be financing a vehicle. If you're someone that pays cash or even finances like a minimal marginal amount, then of course you're going to want the bigger discount. And that's where a $10,000 discount is going to come into play here, especially if you can like pay off the vehicle within a couple of years or 3 years, really not hold that vehicle all the way to 6 to 7 years, which I know easier said than done, but certainly the longer you keep a loan, the more interest you pay. The quicker you pay it off, the quicker that interest gets paid off, and you do not have to worry about that anymore. And so certainly it does feel like there's more demand coming into the space right now, or at least it hasn't dropped off. But I think what it is more people are realizing the 0% interest Model 3 deal is actually going to be going away by 11 days from now. And also Model Y with the increased discounts is also looking to increase as well. But here's a post from Farzad. Tesla buy interest on Google Trends is the highest it's ever been in 5 years, far outstripping sell interest. And so certainly there's a lot of deals right now. There's maybe new people coming into the space looking to get a Tesla always. And so certainly the deals are here for sure. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. So you've been shopping for a Tesla recently, but the monthly payment has probably got you rethinking your budget. Instead of sacrificing and cutting back on a brand new Tesla and getting your dream car, why not save on your monthly phone bill? And that's where our partner Mint Mobile comes into play here. We've also been thinking about getting a new Tesla, and constantly I like looking at our bills, monthly subscriptions, trying to see where we can cut back. Things like Netflix, YouTube Premium, and much more. And that's where I've been able to save on my monthly phone plan by going to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month, and you can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You can bring your own phone along with your current number and existing contacts. It's really easy to switch service thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free, and it only takes 15 minutes. As you guys know, we've been traveling a lot pretty recently, so using Mint Mobile's mobile hotspot with our laptop has been pretty crucial and a game changer. So if you want to save money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked in the description, to get premium wireless starting at $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. Bunkers, great to see you. And Corridor Stories, great to see you as well. Chanting 0% APR, 0% APR, please. Chanting 1% APR, yes. And I imagine you're talking about, I guess, every other model except Model 3. And so that's why I really feel like, next month is a brand new quarter. Maybe we see some sort of offer in the next month, or maybe it might take a month to go into May. And so we're going to be waiting and seeing if a 0% offer comes for like the Model Y, because I really feel like that is what it will need to really clear out all the different inventory that is left for the older Model Y. In this next topic, there is a brand new Model Y range test for the Model Y Juniper, and the results maybe not that good, and maybe only almost disappointing. Shout out to DataSpec for posting a brand new video. They tested a bunch of different models against each other. The Model Y all-wheel drive, the older one, the most recent old one, and also a Model 3 all-wheel drive as well. They did a highway range test. I really love watching these to see which vehicle actually will make the longest. I won't give away too much of the spoiler of all the different results, so definitely go ahead and watch it yourself if you're interested. But it didn't really seem like the efficiencies that were made with the new Model Y didn't necessarily translate to more miles. Of course, certainly it is one of the longest traveling vehicles that are a mid-size, and also we were able to find out that I think it has like an 82 kilowatt battery, or at least they were able to get 82 kilowatts of the energy. But shout out to Austin for posting this. Juniper's result is extremely disappointing. I won't spoil the exact number, but let's just say I won't upgrade my Model Y until I see significant charging and battery changing, especially in the contents of the Highlands improvement to the 3. I'm stunned by this result. Efficiency gains were the main benefit. I was hoping to see in the Juniper, and they simply are not there. But I guess, mileage and range is one thing, but certainly as someone who has had a bunch of Tesla vehicles and electric vehicles and has a home charger, I'm not really focused on range and things like that. I'm more focused on like comfortability, the technology, and comfortability again. So certainly, I certainly understand why you would want the most range if you're always doing road trips, or you live in the Midwest where you have to go hours to go to the next destination. But in metropolitan areas, I really feel like it's not that much of a big deal to me, especially because I have a home charger and I can charge at home all the different times when I need to. So really, I just need to get home, or at least figure out a place. Like, we've been staying at Airbnbs, and I almost will look for an Airbnb that has a charger, because it almost makes sense to get one with a charger, especially if you're going into really remote areas like Joshua Tree and things like that. But certainly very interesting to see this Model Y test, and I can't wait to do our range test maybe the next time we go to San Diego and back, to see how many miles you can get and how many miles you can get going at real speeds like 85 miles an hour, like in keeping up with traffic and everything on a real commute that most people will be doing. In other Model Y news, here is probably one of the first matte blacks I've seen on the new Model Y Juniper, and it looks phenomenal, especially when you combine it with the rear taillight looking just like that. And another interesting tidbit, the Model Y headlight, light bar, and turn signal is actually all one piece and part. I never would have thought it would be just like that, but I guess that's interesting to see. Like if you were to try and open it up or change it up, that would be a very interesting way to customize it, or even try and customize it with that. But still, very interesting to see. Let us know what your thoughts on it. Does the lack of efficiency in the range change your decision on a Model Y Juniper, or do you have other priorities on the Model Y Juniper instead? Now that you've ordered your brand new Tesla Model Y Juniper, it's time to take it to the next level. That's where our partner Jowua comes into play here. Jowua has everything you need, from phone mounts, mobile connectors, center consoles that I highly recommend to fit the new Model Y and every Tesla vehicle out there. And on top of that, you can use our promo code down below in the description to save even more money. And the best part is there's free shipping if you reach over a certain limit. My top 3 accessories that I recommend is a phone mount. It's super crucial, that can charge your phone. A center console is highly recommended as well, because a Tesla does not come with it at all. And my newest favorite accessory is the invisible under mount sunglass holder area, storage area, that also has a camera mount as well. So why wait for Tesla to make these accessories? Get yours now at Jowua, link down below in the description, and save some money and support the channel while you're at it. Thank you to Jowua for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next video. Thanks to everyone. Lucas, if performance or long range all-wheel drive hits 30 to 32K, I'll buy one. I mean, at $36,000, we're pretty much in striking distance. I mean, maybe a long range would get you even closer there. I mean, I bet we can find some long ranges that get super close to that. Jack, they said in the test it was very windy conditions. Yeah, I think they said like 30 to 50 mile per hour winds. And so that definitely does make an effect. And I imagine it's a little bit colder in Colorado as well. And so it'd be cool to see like a real test in like other areas of the country, or maybe they do it again, or maybe we do our own test and see. David, I got a rear-wheel drive Model Y yesterday for 1.39% lease. Congrats, David. Maybe you got the tip from us on that, or maybe you didn't, but congrats as well on getting a low interest on the Model Y. Now, the plan probably would they be there, just keep that lease all the way to the end, maybe buy it out the end, or when you're done with it, just turn it back, because by then, more than likely, there will be Model Y deals on the brand new Tesla Model Y. Jack, any experience with aftermarket swivel mount for Model Y? Think of getting it for the non-launch Juniper whenever they are released for the center screen. So I've always seen those different accessories, and I really feel like it's not necessarily needed. For the Cybertruck, though, I would imagine it might be needed because of how far the screen is from the center. But I've always thought like, hey, those accessories are cool. But, maybe if you want like super comfort with the screen, like right on your body, then I guess it could be worth it. But really like the middle screen doesn't necessarily bother me in terms of how far it is. And I don't want to keep swiveling it back and forth for like my passengers and things like that. So I'm okay with it in the middle, but there's plenty of other ones out there. I think like Hansho has ones. I mean, there's plenty of like companies that all have like a different one for the different mount locations and swivel screens and everything. But I was very close to getting it for the Cybertruck, but then I was like, maybe it's not worth it at the end of the day. In this next topic, 2 PSAs for everyone right now. If you have a Tesla, make sure to turn on Sentry mode, because there's a lot of different things that are happening right now in the Tesla space. I won't show you all those different clips, but there is tons of them where Tesla vehicles are, getting some interesting, not love, but interesting things happening to them. I think I saw one today where someone kind of reached into their back area and wiped it on a Cybertruck. And so it's been very interesting. So just quick PSA for everyone out there. You can turn on Sentry mode via the app, or turn it on Sentry mode, and maybe turn it off or turn it on in your local locations like work or home, so that it's always recording. It's a unfortunate time we're in right now with all these different various things that are happening, but it seems like people don't know that these cars record 24/7, and you'll get caught with your face on it, and also doing things to the cars that isn't directly with the Elon is a very interesting moment as well. But certainly, quick PSA: you can turn on the Sentry Mode app via the app on your vehicle, and all Tesla vehicles record when it's parked and is a certain spot. And on top of that, they record when you're driving as well. And so certainly a very cool feature. And they've made plenty of updates to this as well. On top of that, there's another cool feature that I just learned today. So I figured I broadcast it out to everybody. But we've always had this issue where the rear AC never really turns on by default when we put our dog in the back seat. And so you can actually have it manually turn on at all moments just by buckling in the back seat seatbelt. And so I went ahead and tested this on both of our vehicles. And yes, it actually, in fact, when you jump in the vehicle, the rear AC is already turned on. So shout out to Jeffrey Eagle for posting and commenting about this. This is a nice little hack. And I guess really not a hack for people that already have kids that are buckling in a car seat anyway, but really for dog owners out there. If you always want that rear AC running, this is a nice, easy way to actually do it. But certainly going back to this, where people are, doing interesting things to Tesla, it also seems like a lot of people are getting in trouble for this, caught, arrested, and maybe facing some serious punishments as well for this, because you basically are doing property damage across the board. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Hopefully those two tips helped you. And if you've got a cool tip, drop it down below in the comments as well so other people can see it. David, Ally Bank. Yeah, so Ally Bank is a one of the newer partners with the lease, so I don't believe you can buy that out just yet. At least I haven't received any updates that you can. Sang Creed, price drop for new Model Y or new Model Y inventory. For Model Y inventory, the new old legacy, old and busted ones. I got declined for the 1.42 rate from Chase Bank. Oh, nice. Interesting. Well, not nice that you got declined, but nice that Tesla was able to rehash your deal and get you locked in for the Ally Bank. I mean, 1.42, you really can't go wrong at that. And if actually, David, if you could send me a DM with the back end screenshots of all the details of like the payment, the interest, and all that stuff, I would love to take a look at it, because I was trying to figure out and try to do the math myself. But I mean, if you've got a screenshot from Tesla showing like how much interest you're paying over that full lease, I would love to see that so we can, help other people about that. Brian, what Model 3 deals do you expect for April? My Tesla got totaled and I'm currently waiting for Tesla insurance to settle for the fault driver's insurance. Unfortunately, have to wait. Brian, sorry to hear about your accident, but the deal will always get better. In terms of 0%, I think that's disappearing, but it might come back like June-ish. So I would be fingers crossed on that. But I really think that more than likely it's going to be Model Y to get some sort of incentive for interest financing first and then switch. Knack, I pay $99 a year for premium connectivity. Yes, it seems like it's a decent deal, but yesterday we talked about Starlink and the $10 a month plan, and that might be a nice hack. And I actually might try that because our Starlink is still in the Model Y. We mounted it with Jowua's USB kit, and so certainly maybe I do that once our premium connectivity ends in the next month or so. Howard, with all these haters happening, I hope heavy inventory discounts come out soon for the Model 3 sooner. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. And these are the key dates that I'm looking forward to, discussing and seeing what happens. The next one is going to be delivery numbers, which always happens the first week, give or take, after the quarter closes. So maybe that first week of April. And then on top of that, there's going to be a earnings call. Sorry, I have to sneeze. So there's going to be an earnings call where maybe they discuss, what happened, why they think they didn't hit their numbers, or they hit the numbers, or whichever might think or they might just give us some insight on what's to happen in these next few months after that as well, which would be nice to see. In this next topic, by popular demand, there is now a Cybertruck suspension control in the Tesla app. Now in the app, you can control Cybertruck ride height. Really cool to see. This might be cool, because usually we have it defaulted to where it drops too low, but I guess some people don't necessarily do that. And so if you're riding around at median at all times and you want to load something into the back or jump into the back for whatever reason, maybe you're using a cyber tent or whichever, it is cool to see that you can now be able to enable that via the Tesla app. And that's really kind of the cool thing with all of this, with Tesla vehicles. They are constantly updating, just like how your iPhone updates, and they always get better and better and better. So really cool. And shout out to Wes and the team for listening to customers, and then always trying to figure out how they can help customers and make the vehicles better at the end of the day as well. If you're just joining in, welcome. The Tesla Model Y discounts, performance discounts are continuing. $10,000 off of a Tesla Model Y, of course, with a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. Here's one. It's got an inventory discount of $9,500 off. We put it on our deal spreadsheet down below in the description where you can see all the best deals that we are finding on Tesla vehicles. Crypto, thanks for coming in. Great to see you. Sawyer, got my legacy lease ending up having free level 2 charging, driving for next to free minus insurance. Nice, Sawyer. And I imagine you're talking about the gas savings, which if you got a free level 2 charging, that's where you're really winning. So congrats on that. RC, a little over 8K in Richmond, Virginia. Nice. And so, yeah, it seems like the threshold at this point, like if I was shopping for a Model Y, which, I certainly said at one point, if these get to $10,000 off plus 0%, that would be the absolute must deal. Like if it gets to that, if you're shopping for a Model Y, there's no way a new Juniper is going to get close to that deal. And so if you need a vehicle now within the next 3 months, that might be the deal to pounce on. Robert, 0% just popped up on the Tesla website for inventory on Model Y for the UK. Yeah, I think like UK had that already, right? Or maybe they didn't, and maybe they're switching some stuff up, and that would make sense because the UK, I imagine, had the Model Y before the new launch series, and so they're also a little bit ahead of us, just like how China is ahead of us as well. In this next topic, here's everything we know about the $25,000 Model 2 or the new Model Q or whichever it is, Tesla's next gen affordable model. Not a Tesla app posted this. Of course, the project name is called Project Redwood, and we don't know when this is actually coming out, but there were leaks earlier, leaks back in December. Maybe it's going to be based on the Cybercab, maybe not the Cybercab exactly, but it could be similar to that. And so maybe it could be about the same battery size, city type of range. On top of that, it's going to have a premium feel because Lars, the Tesla VP of Engineering, recently said that the upcoming affordable model will won't have any lacking in materials or anything like that. Paint impregnating panels, I have no idea what that means, but sounds really cool. City range, so it probably will be a small battery and about 220 to 270 miles of range. Wireless charging is like the Cybercab have. I don't think they would bring it to that vehicle. I think some of the more expensive vehicles that are going to get refreshed later this year might get that first, and then it will trickle down to other models after that. In terms of price, though, this will be an interesting one because what if a price of $25,000 for this vehicle? But that's going to be tough to compare because if you just spend, what, $5, $10,000 more, you could get a Model Y performance like this for $36,000. So it's going to be an interesting spread between the two vehicles or all the vehicles, and it's almost a little close at this point between some of these vehicles out there. Release date, the biggest question that a lot of people has, quote, Tesla previously hinted at a special event tied to its latest referral system, which we may believe may coincide with the unveiling of the next gen affordable model. With just a couple months left until the midway point of 2025, it may not be long before we find out more details about this lower cost vehicle. And so very interesting to see. I mean, there's certainly plenty of competition coming to the space as well. Of course, not a direct competitor, but the Rivian R2 was also shown off by RJ, the CEO, with at least the castings and things like that. And so there's a lot of vehicles coming into the space in this like small to mid-size type of range. And so let us know, which vehicle are you most excited for as an electric vehicle in the future? Frank, if they keep these humongous discounts up, they won't be burning them, but writing a check. Even better, it's free. Yeah, 100%. Bashor got a all-wheel drive 7-seat tow Quicksilver 8,500 off. Howard, can you teach me to see if demo discount video is repaired or not? It actually puts it on the website. If you look right here, it's usually like the box right here that says like click to see repair order or something like that. But this one it doesn't actually have it. 8,480 price adjustment in New York. Dreamy, yes, nice to hear. Bigger discounts are there across the country as well. The only reason I'm not buying the new Model Y is because they sold out of the white interior. 777, no worries. Once the non-launch releases, which could be in the next few months, I bet white interior will come back. Does Tesla technically lower the inventory discounts when they offer 0%? Robert, they kind of do, but also what they do is they'll adjust. But what's weird with this is that the Model 3 performances that had a $4,500 discount disappeared, when the 0% rolled out. Maybe they sold and then now they're back again. So maybe, I mean, the one thing is for sure, when people see 0%, they flock to find the inventory discounts and just lock them up with, a deposit and things like that. But maybe that could be what's going to be happening once 0% rolls out and if 0% rolls out in these next month or so. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for the like button, the comments, and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.